home crowd here. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he gets it up past the 35. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 20 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. You look at this Eagle defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On to sneak, it's Hurts. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I don't believe that that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So here are the Eagles now backed up to start their first drive. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, at Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
little short one there, caught by Likely. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 85 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Gain of 4 yards. And the Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
To throw is Jackson. And he's got the hook up to McLeod. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Able to complete this one to McLeod. Only able to gain a couple there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
4th down. Here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. They go play action with Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jermaine Johnson. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Jackson to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Isaiah Likely with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Hurts. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
And that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Here's Jake Bailey now. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Eagles football, first and 10. The Eagles offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Here's a second and 9 now from the 29.
Brings up second and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him. The mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just a third quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Second and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped how the guy can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Throwing is Hurts. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down. First and
throwing from the gun. It's Hurts. Now this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw. No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The Eagles had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete. It's a turnover on downs.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5. Good enough for the 1st down.
And a Raider 1st down. A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Las Vegas.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Cole Kmet, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
The kick is
Extra
good.
point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7.
Eagles 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Jackson. And the Raiders have got him. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And for Jackson, this may be a free play. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Cole Kmet with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
His point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into space at the 45. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Raiders' 47-yard line.
Jackson now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Report.
Again, Jackson. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
To throw is Jackson. Got an open man, it's McLeod. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Go.
Here's Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 75. And the Eagles are back within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. Both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A gain of 64 yards. And the Raiders.
Here's Hurts to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw here. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Cole Kmet on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. T.J. Sanders. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
13-yard line.
No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They've got his man, complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards.
And the Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
He's already got one touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Jackson. That's taken in by Higgins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Oh, ready?
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
4th down, here's Jackson. And he is caught. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hey, middle.
From the gun, Jackson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Austin Eckler from 3 yards out. And the Eagles take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Shifts past him. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Going to be taken in here by Nacua. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 28 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Hurts. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Travis Hunter, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Jackson going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. Finds his man over the middle. It's likely. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard
So
line.
how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard
2nd
line.
and 2. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson Now he's going to step up and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
No, we changed it.
And Jackson throwing once more. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Week 15 of the NFL season, playoff time for you fantasy football players, but for the real teams, the home stretch is starting. Let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he returns this to the 22. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
This 2nd and 4. And Chummel trying the middle here. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made here at the 36. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. And you're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting at with him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They go play action with Jackson. And the Raiders have got him. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Damone Clark in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jackson. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Isaiah Likely, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize it best when they get in close.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Good coverage. Field led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Kamara up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick here is good. And they have regained the lead. So a response there to the touchdown on the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 74 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a 1st down as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
That's good for the Eagles. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. A give. This is Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Hey, report.